gentlemen, here we go. Raw Review Mini for the 27th. Two things. First one is about Triple H's segment with Seth Rollins. Look, I'm not against Seth Rollins at all as a performer. But let's be honest here. And I'm seeing this from a long-term perspective that has happened from 2010 until WrestleMania. For the last 7 years, the WWE has done a hugely terrible job on building their stars. And if you look at it as it stands, just bear with me. Look at it as it stands. You're having a feud with Triple H with a guy who was put on for practically 10 months almost. Gets hurt, comes back, not booked properly at all. Messes around, finally begins to get booked, then gets hurt, and now he's going to be doing WrestleMania. This shouldn't be happening. WrestleMania should be something that's special and profound. This is not. And I'm not against the feud itself. It's not a bad feud. It actually has a good arc in it. It's not a great arc, but it is a good one. But here's the problem. How many people do we have built for WrestleMania? It's not Seth Rollins, not very well. Even though it is done well, it's not very well for him. Look at Bray Wyatt. He's not built very well either. In fact, he's built 10 times worse than it comes to Seth Rollins. Jobbed, all throughout the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And only now did he not job. And then he wins the freaking title. This WrestleMania is working with people who have been built so badly. The story is not there. And I know a lot of people would say, oh, it's going to still work. They're going to do good wrestling. Really? If Seth Rollins' knee is still messed up with an ACL tear, depending on how bad that tear is, if it is a tear, or if it's just been pulled really badly, you're still talking about a guy who has not been built very well himself. That even though the Shield was very popular, they were all pushed out early. Look, Dean Ambrose was pushed early. Seth Rollins was pushed out early. And Roman Reigns, the hated one, the one that people can't stand, which I still don't get. What is the difference between him and Braun Strowman? Tell me, what's the difference? Is he the anti-Roman Reigns like the anti-Cena? That's what it comes down to. Then you really don't really have anything. Wrestling has to be more than just wrestling. It's got to be more. And I like Seth Rollins. He's not bad. I like Roman Reigns. He's not bad. What happened with him at the end of the show was a good build for him because he's been destroyed every single time. That's kind of, basically he is a Daniel Bryan type of character. Like Seth Rollins is a Daniel Bryan type of character. They are booking them both, in my humble perspective, like Daniel Bryan was. Before he got so badly hurt he couldn't wrestle anymore. Daniel Bryan was dealing with the biggest monsters you can look at. There was Wyatt and it was Kane. Daniel was dealing with the Authority. This is a Daniel Bryan bite-off. That's what's going on with what's going on here. And the problem is, both those guys are not Daniel Bryan. Both those guys didn't just rise the way they did. And the problem here is that, and I know a lot of people who like Daniel Bryan is not going to like me too much. Daniel Bryan, even though does deserve all the credit for working so hard, shouldn't be the main focus of the freaking show. Should not be the most important thing to all wrestling fans. Look, he's a great wrestler. And his character was good. But because there were so few people to work with, we're stuck like this. We're dealing with Seth Rollins. We're dealing with Roman Reigns. Two guys really that need a couple of more years of work. We're dealing with Bray Wyatt, who's going to be going to WrestleMania, who's jobbed 90% of the time, and only now gets a title. When I said myself, let him win a tag title, then let him break off by himself after about maybe a year of that, having that title running back and forth trying to get it, and then get a mid-card title, and then go to the world title scene. He's now gotten a tag title Then he goes off and gets the world title. And in between that time, he's jobbed. Tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, fine. I'm an idiot. But I just don't see this going well into WrestleMania. Unless something special happens in 40 days to change my mind, this WrestleMania card is not that good. Now, the second thing I want to talk about, and I'm sure people are really not going to understand. You're going to probably say you're an idiot. You don't understand. Now, I'm not going to say I know everything about wrestling, but this is still my opinion. Beth Phoenix is going into the Hall of Fame. Not against Beth. She's a 4-time champion in WWE. I'm not against Beth. But I see this in this perspective. Who was more over during the time that Beth was running in the WWE? Was it her? Not exactly. I think the one that had a lot of staying power, the most interest, the most care was Victoria. So my feeling is this. They're crazy enough, the WWE, to give Beth Phoenix, a woman who was only in the WWE for 7 years, didn't leave because she was hurt. She left because of family problems. You look on the wiki, that's what's said there. She left WWE because of family matters, family problems. And then you have Victoria. She did leave also, but she didn't leave because of family problems. And let's be honest, who has more accolades than Beth Phoenix? It's Victoria. Look, I'm not against Beth Phoenix getting something. I'm not. But if you're really going to look at the era, that is the most important, the Attitude Era. And Beth Phoenix doesn't truly stretch into that. The person that does is Victoria. She started around 2001 to 2002. She worked with The Godfather. I never did see The Godfather stick much. But when I did, I do remember seeing Victoria there a little bit. And then she became a wrestler herself. So why not give this to Victoria? Look, Victoria is a 5-time Knockouts champ. She has more accolades than Beth Phoenix. People still remember Victoria. They remember Tara. I just feel that if they're going to do this, it should be someone who's earlier than Beth Phoenix. It should be Victoria. She was in the earlier era. She was working with Trish Stratus. She was working with Mickie James. She was working with Lita. And I'm talking about Victoria. She was working with them more than Beth Phoenix was. And I feel that Victoria should be getting the Hall of Fame right now, not Beth Phoenix. It's just how I feel. And I'm not against Beth. I do like Beth. She did work hard. I'm not saying she was perfect, and I'm not saying she was the best worker. But if I'm comparing Beth Phoenix to Victoria, I'm going to say Victoria is the better talent. But it's just my point of view. You guys tell me below. Have a good day. Have a good night. And watch out for my Reality of Wrestling review. It should be coming out hopefully tomorrow or the next day. See ya.